Hello everybody and welcome to the June monthly podcast with me, Jay, the Gaelic Moonchild. On this episode we will be talking about the annular solar eclipse, the Gemini new moon, planetary retrograde, Litha, the summer solstice, and the full strawberry supermoon. So grab yourself a drink, get comfy, here we go. First up this month we have an annular solar eclipse on Thursday the 10th of June. An annular solar eclipse occurs when the moon passes between the sun and the earth. As the moon will be so far from Earth, it won't be able to completely cover the sun, meaning it will appear as a ring in the sky. This eclipse will be visible from northeast Canada, Greenland and far east Russia. It will be possible to catch a glimpse of a partial eclipse in eastern Northern America, Northern Asia and the majority of Europe. The first location to see the partial eclipse will begin around 9:12 a.m. UK time and it will continue until 2:11 p.m. Maximum eclipse is expected at around 11:41 a.m. A solar eclipse occurs around 2 weeks before or after a lunar eclipse, and as we had a lunar eclipse on the 26th of May, this solar eclipse is right on time. We will also have a new moon under Gemini on the 10th of June. It's due to rise at around 4:39 a.m. and will set again at 9:31 p.m. It's due to reach 0% at 11:49. The moon will be void, of course, from 5:37 p.m, which is universal time, until it enters Cancer at 7:22 a.m. the following morning. As always, new moon is a time of new beginnings, whether that be new ventures or new relationships. Now is the perfect time for planting those seeds. As this is a Thursday new moon, you can harness the rejuvenated energies for magical workings surrounding fulfillment, accomplishment, influence, attainment, honour, growth, expansion and luck. It is a perfect time to look forward and plan for the things that you desire in your life. Now I'd like to share with you a new moon affirmation from Yasmin Boland's Moonology Diary for 2021. It is, I'm living consciously and intentionally. Another really beautiful affirmation there. Now I'm going to share with you a new moon invocation from the Moon Tarot. It is, I invoke the spirit within me to embrace uncertainty and fall in love with the unknown. I am creating my reality with love and compassion. I release blockages on the articulation. I communicate from centered truth. I call upon the bravery and intellect within me to plant these seeds in the darkness of this dark moon. Again, another beautiful invocation from the Moon Tarot. Next up, on Sunday the 20th of June, Jupiter will go retrograde until October the 18th. This is a perfect time for spiritual or philosophical introspection and reflection. Jupiter is the planet of finances, expansion, abundance and growth, and during its period of retrograde, Jupiter will force you to slow down and take stock of your life. In mythology, Jupiter is the king of the gods. His Greek counterpart is Zeus. He was the god of the sky and thunder. It is said that Jupiter's mother had saved him from his father Saturn, who had swallowed his children Neptune, Pluto, Ceres, Juno, and Vesta after being warned that one of his children would overthrow him. When Jupiter was born, his mother had given Saturn a stone that had been wrapped in baby's clothing, which he swallowed. She then took him to Crete in secret to save him from the same fate as his siblings. When he was grown, he returned to Saturn and made him regurgitate his siblings, and they all joined forces to overthrow Saturn. Moving on now, on Monday, the 21st of June, we will have Letha, the summer solstice. This is the longest day and the shortest night. It is now the time to give thanks to the sun for its warmth and embrace. The earth is alive with fertility, and it is a time of celebration. As the wheel of the year turns again, the oak, who is now full with abundance, hands the reins to the holly king, and as the days grow shorter and the nights grow longer, the oak king begins to descend. Traditionally, on the eve of the solstice, bonfires would be lit and people would gather together to stay up all night to welcome the sun. The bonfires would represent the sun at its peak and would often be made from oak. The Celtic name for oak is dua, which translates as doorway, which is really perfect as we reach the end of the waxing part of the year and move into the waning part. I'd now like to share a Letha blessing with you from Martha Magenta. Blessed Letha, sacred fire, magical sunrise, stirs desire, Queen of heaven and of earth, we celebrate your bright rebirth. We see your first blessed rays in these magical solstice days. Ascending cycle to fulfill, dancing on a silver hill. Lilies burn with your desire, intoxicating spirit fire. As oak and myrrh and mugwort burn, elder chamomile and fern. The sacred serpent eats the spring, then brings autumn on the wing. Burning wreaths of sweet vervain, the goddess will return again. So the colours that correspond with Letha are red, yellow, orange, turquoise, gold and fuchsia. The crystals that work nicely with Letha are citrine, tiger's eye, jasper, amber and the master crystal, clear quartz. Now, if you have little people in your life, head on over to our YouTube channel and check out our Rupert's Tales Letha story. I will pop a link for the channel in the description. Before I move on, I just want to wish you all a very happy and blessed Letha. Okay, so I just wanted to touch briefly on Mercury retrograde that is coming to an end on June the 23rd. Now don't forget though that for the 2 weeks after it goes direct, it will be in a shadow period, sometimes known as retrograde, while the planets gather momentum again. And finally, on Thursday the 24th of June, we will have a full strawberry supermoon. It is due to rise at 9:38 p.m. UK time and will set the following morning at 5:03 a.m. It's expected to reach 100% at 7:32 p.m. under Capricorn. At 2:09 a.m. on the 24th, the moon will leave Sagittarius and will be void of course until it enters Capricorn at 1:04 p.m. Universal Time. As this is a supermoon, it will appear larger and brighter in the sky, and the full moon energies will be amplified. I'm now going to share with you a full moon invocation from the Moon Tarot. I invoke the spirit within me to assist my inner equilibrium. I have learned, and I am learning, to release outdated beliefs from within. I am making space to connect with the divine more clearly. I welcome flow without resistance and trust in where it is carrying me. In the light of this full moon, I see. Now I'd like to share a strawberry full moon release that I have written especially for this podcast. Divine Moon, who shines light on us all, bestow us with courage, make us stand tall. We release all negative and limiting self-doubt. We let it all go. We let it all out. We are ready to move forward, to harvest our seeds, to bring us closer to our desires and needs. O Mother Moon, who shines so bright, to illuminate the path that is right, we eternally give our thanks to you for rejuvenating us and for blessing us too. And that brings us to the end of our June monthly podcast. Keep an eye out for our mid-month podcast, which is going to drop in about 10 to 14 days. Feel free to head on over to our social media platforms. Links will be in the description. Also, feel free to share this out with anybody who you think that might be interested. Finally, thank you all so much for tuning in to the June monthly podcast with me, Jay, the Gaelic Moonchild. Brightest of blessings from my heart to yours.